Hello, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to today's edition of the Our America channel. My name is Thornton Prayer. I'm a citizen, a patriot, and I care very deeply about this country and where we're headed. Today, I'd like to talk about something called Gresham's Law. It's a term named after an old economist, and it talks about what they refer to as bad money chasing out the good. An example of this are the lemon laws that we have for, used cars. If you think about it, everyone probably has had experiences, or at least they know the proverbial used car salesman where they'll sell you a quote unquote good car and it's got a lot of problems, and next thing you know, you got a lemon on your hand. Well, lemon laws were passed a long time ago to prevent used car salesmen selling people bad cars, lemon cars, because it was such a big problem. If lemon laws didn't exist, what would happen is that these bad cars would be sold at a discount, and the people who sold good cars would actually go out of business until the only cars left would be bad lemon cars. That's why, from an economic standpoint, these kinds of laws were passed. Well, I'm going to suggest that we're having a problem in the United States today with Gresham's Law applied to politics. What's happening, I would say, is that we've got a lot of bad money, a lot of bad politicians chasing out the good money and the good politicians. If you've heard me speak before, you know that one of the things I'm very interested in is doing what's right on behalf of the majority of our population, for the Commonwealth, for the average man and woman. And one of the things I think that's happening is that the elites have forgotten about helping this country operate on behalf of the Commonwealth, for the common man and the common woman, for the common good. So as a result, we have a lot of people who are running now for political office, who've been in office for a long time, who are now operating out of Gresham's Law perspective as opposed to the perspective of the Commonwealth. So you have a lot of money that's wrapped up, that's plutocratic based to help the 1% of the 1%. And as a result, people who want to do right as far as being in the political arena to serve the common good are being chased out because they're not getting support, the financial support that they need to run for political office. Running for political office at a high level, let's say for a congressional seat, certainly for the Senate, running for governor, maybe even running for the state legislature costs a lot of money. Most people, average people, don't have that kind of money in the bank to do that. So you have to go get money from somewhere. But the problem is that if you have political donors who care more about themselves, not the Commonwealth, then we have a problem. And I think Gresham's Law is applying more and more today as we see in Congress that Congress is simply not responsive for average people because bad money, plutocratic power-based money, is chasing out the needs and the support for good politicians. Politicians who want to do right for the average man and the average woman. Now, I'm not saying there's an easy solution for this. I don't know what the solution is for it. But I certainly would argue that until we figure out a way to make sure that bad money doesn't put in place bad politicians who don't care about you, who don't care about me, who don't care about the country, who don't care about the commonwealth and the common good, we're going to have a huge problem. I think, again, the 2016 election pointed that out, is that people are tired and fed up with not being heard when there are real problems in this country. The question is what are we going to do about it? In my own opinion, we've got to start holding politicians accountable, and we also have to start thinking seriously about how do we make sure that if money is going to flow to support politicians, because that's just a given, we're not going to shut that off, is how do we make sure that money is accountable so that we find politicians who are accountable? There's not an easy answer to this, but I'm going to ask us to start thinking about it and start looking and taking responsibility to demand this of our politicians, because our politicians simply aren't responding to us, especially in Congress, because what they're doing is that they are beholden to money of high-level special interests that don't care about you, that don't care about us, that don't care about this country. I'm open to hearing your thoughts, ideas, and suggestions. Feel free to leave comments in below. That's today's edition of the Our America channel. Thank you for listening.